Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. So let me give you guys a forearm shot first. All right, let's talk about this. This is an unpopular opinion. When I make this opinion, this is an opinion I have developed over the course of my lifetime. It is not an opinion I have always held. It's based on my life experience. It's based on my studying of the research and just the things I've shown. Now, in saying this, I don't want to come across as hypocritical because I used to drink. I have actually been on camera many years ago after having multiple drinks and getting on camera. That happened actually fairly often at a certain point in my life where I had several drinks before even filming a video. I've been on camera before with an ex-girlfriend of mine while she was drinking while we were on camera. So when I say this, I'm not standing here saying that I have always been perfect or that I have not been guilty of some of these same things. But I honestly believe, and I have for years now, that alcohol, even in moderation, has no place whatsoever in a fitness or a healthy lifestyle. It really has no place. And I don't care what type of health we're talking. We're talking about your physical health, your psychological health, any of that. It has no place there. And when I see other influencers who are promoting alcohol, because I've seen it quite a bit, there are people on social media, even with pretty big followings I've seen, who drink on camera, who are fitness people who've talked about, oh yeah, me and this guy here, they're on camera together. We got drunk last night, and they are essentially promoting that to their audience. Some of those same people have seen them smoke cigars and stuff on camera. Again, something that has no place inside of a fitness lifestyle, right? It's extremely detrimental to health, extremely detrimental. And why do I feel this way? And for me personally, I have not had a drink in over 4 years. I've lost count of the exact days. I am probably getting close to 5 years at this point. I may even be there, but I know it's been over 4 years. I choose not to drink. I choose not to partake in it. And when these topics come up, people say, well, there were a few studies here or there that showed certain health markers could improve with a glass of wine. Why? Because of those polyphenols in it? Okay. But you're drinking a poison to get those polyphenols. You are aware they're in grapes already. You could eat a handful of grapes every day and get all of those health benefits that they were talking about. The problem itself is that the alcohol negatively is going to offset any of that, even a glass of wine a day. And this is the official stance of the World Health Organization. Okay? The official stance of the World Health Organization is that the only safe amount of alcohol to consume is 0. It's 0. It has negative effects even in moderation. So it's one of those people say, well, if you just moderate it, well, no, that's not true. The negative effects are noted in people's blood work from moderation. And it doesn't matter that you've known a person out there who has really great longevity genes and got lucky. Well, this person I know over here drank whiskey and smoked cigars and they made it to 98 years old. Okay, but they're the exception to the rule. They're certainly not the norm. And if you honestly think that drinking whiskey and smoking cigars is going to extend your life or not interfere in any way statistically, I'm sorry, that is not a logical thing. And then people will say, well, I need my quality of life. We'll get to that in a minute. Alcohol reduces quality of life. The data on that is pretty clear. We know that it's a depressant. It is a depressant. It is a central nervous system depressant. So it will actually make you more prone to depression. Okay? Let's be clear. It will make you more prone to depression. It is an endocrine disruptor. It negatively affects a number of hormones potentially in your body. Again, largely due to the fact that it's a poison. Okay, so it is not going to improve your well-being. It's a temporary escape that has consequences after the fact. Now, it's because when people say, well, I need it to be happy. Well, you're drinking an addictive poison that's a depressant. And if you need it to be happy or to deal with life, that's a sign of addiction. Okay, if that is your position, that you're like, I have to have it to be happy, when it's not actually capable of causing happiness, it's the opposite, but it is addictive, that's actually the sign that it might be time to consider seeking some help or talking to someone about it. Because that's not a good, that's a very bad thing. If you honestly feel that way, this is again, early sign of addiction, okay? The health effects, though, are absolutely there. It is poisonous to your liver. It's poisonous to your whole body, and because we have a liver, we are able to tolerate a certain amount of it, but then your liver does take the brunt of that. It will have effects on your liver. Your liver is having to filter out all of it because you can't use it really as a poison. It is a literal poison. That's why I get frustrated when you see fitness people. They'll drink in moderation, but then they'll worry about something else in their food that is less dangerous than alcohol. Well, this over here, this is potentially a poison. This is potentially in my food. But it's less poisonous than the amount of alcohol you're consuming, even if you're drinking 1 or 2 drinks a week. Like, why are you worried about that and not about the alcohol? Because we have this cultural norm that says alcohol is fine. We celebrate with it. We are addicted to it. Many people are. Many people in my own family. I have alcoholism runs in my family. For those who haven't guessed, my surname is Czech. My family originated in Czechoslovakia, and they immigrated over here, which is now known as the Czech Republic. Now Czechia. It's changed names multiple times in my lifetime. But my group has, at one time I saw in a psychology class I was taking in college, one of my tab papers fell, some Stevie Ray Vaughan, that we have the highest rate of alcoholism in the world at one time. So again, it runs in my family. I've seen it firsthand. I've been married before to an alcoholic. I've seen the negative effects. We also have, so we have the health effects, then you have the psychological effects, the depression, the problems with the quality of life, then we have the accidents and death. I have personally lost friends to drunk drivers, okay? I've also had close family members be seriously injured by drunk drivers. But yeah, one of my good friends, when I was a young man, in my circle of friends, still my closest circle of friends now, he died. He was killed by a drunk driver, okay? This is a big deal. Then we come over to the accidents. How about all the other stuff? How much does it contribute to domestic violence in general, sexual assaults? Okay, it's an enormous factor in all of these things. And the data for that is undeniable, right? If people quit drinking, our accidents would go down, our car deaths would go down on the roads, domestic violence would go down, sexual assaults would go down. There's a whole lot of things that would change if people didn't drink. In addition to the fact that it is harmful to your health and it can kill you. And it's an addictive poison that causes depression. Right? This is a poison, and it has no place whatsoever in a fitness lifestyle at all. That is my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.